And that's the corruption scandal in FIFA. And all of these suspension, Sepp Blatter on suspension, Jerome Valcke on suspension, Michel Platini on suspension. But Sonny, you're American, and I want to know what's the interest of the Americans, particularly the FBI. What's the interest in all of this FIFA issue?
Yeah, it's what a mess, Austin. It seems like it's going to take an entire house cleaning to get FIFA in order. I don't know. I mean, and we have this October 26th deadline for the candidates to register for the next presidential election. And, you know, there's such a cloud over Platini's head, whether he can even run for president. So, yeah, a lot of question marks. What
does the FBI want to achieve in all of these? I don't get it. What's the interest?
They see the, you know, they saw money laundering. There was money laundering taking place within the U.S. borders. That was the interest of the FBI. That some of this FIFA money, that, you know, the corrupt money, whatever you want to call it, was processed through American territory, and that's how the FBI got involved initially.
So let me get you talking about Michel Platini. Remember when we said with all of what was going down in FIFA and Sepp Blatter, everybody calling for the head of Sepp Blatter, Jerome Valcke, and it seemed like Platini was coming to be the Messiah. We told him to be careful. Yeah. And look at it today.
At a point in time, it seemed like a sure thing. It was just a question of when, not if Michel Platini would be FIFA president. But with everything that has gone down now, his reputation is severely battered. He's reeling from the accusation of having been complicit in a lot of things that have gone on in FIFA, especially the $1.35 billion payoff that he supposedly received from Sepp Blatter. That has damaged his credibility tremendously. And an emergency meeting was held in Lyon, Switzerland today to determine his suitability for the post of presidency of FIFA, held at the instigation of the members of UEFA, chaired by the Spanish FA president. And Europe is split into two camps. There are those who feel that they should drop Platini and support another candidate. There are those who still feel that Platini is the best chance of UEFA retaining the FIFA president. So there's absolute confusion going on everywhere. Technically, he still remains a candidate because he submitted his papers, his nomination papers, his candidacy papers before the stipulated time. But with this, the suspension also makes things particularly interesting. Some FAs, like the English FA and I think the German FA, asked his lawyers to clarify the situation. But as it is now, it's a huge problem.
That's what it is.
And UEFA is saying maybe the Court of Arbitration for Sports will be the final arbiter on this if Michel Platini can run. But as it stands now, his credibility is severely dented.
Sonny, when I was talking to you on one of the programs, I asked you, I'm going to ask you again, will this bring about the much desired change that we want in FIFA?
That's a good question, Austin. I think they need an entire new leadership at FIFA for a real change to occur.
In Nigeria?
We have our
in Nigeria?
In FIFA.
In FIFA. Say it, in Nigeria?
Well, maybe in Nigeria too.
That's what it is. That's what it is. That's what we want.
But I read a quote from Hayatu today, his first day as acting FIFA president. And he said, I've been doing this job for 28 years. And when I read that, I thought to myself, you know, he's been there forever. I mean, where's the young blood in FIFA? That's where I think it's needed for change to really occur.
I totally agree with you, Sonny Young. The messages are pouring in. So much love for Sonny Young tonight, and we will try to read them. Ayodele says, glad to see Sonny Young again in Nigeria. He was one of the voices that gave me an edge over my schoolmates in terms of sports. So this guy has been listening to you forever. Joseph Ashipo says, I wonder how old Sonny Young is because I've been listening to him since my early teen years in the 80s. Legendary.
Ageless.
Legendary. Look at Sonny Young.
Well, if I take this
he
off,
can still make it to the Olympics.
There's not much hair under here, Austin.
I like this one. This guy says he's a sharp Ijebu boy. He says, Sonny Young looking really young and dapper in that outfit right there. Indeed, an honorary Nigerian. That's it. His name is Ete Indifreke tonight. He's from Akwa Ibom
What does that mean?
Indifreke. That's what it is. This one from Cousin Kelani says, Sonny is looking like a high chief. You know, he looks Nigerian. Where in Nigeria are you from? What part of Nigeria?
Akure State.
Akure State. Remember, so I know you're from Ondo State, but you're dressed like an Akwa Ibom man. So we not give you Cross River Akwa Ibom. Next time you come, we'll dress you up like someone from Plateau State. And the messages are just pouring in and pouring in. But let's just go on with the show before we go on this break. Let's a quick update. Sonny Young on Nigerians playing in the MLS.
Yeah, Obafemi Martins, he's based in the northwestern United States in the state of Washington, not to be confused with Washington, D.C. The northwestern state of Washington. He plays for the Seattle Sounders. He's been there for a few years. He's having a good season. Another Nigerian, also in the northwestern United States, Fernando Addy, plays for the Portland Timbers. Attendance-wise, the two Nigerians are playing for two of the most popular clubs in MLS. They draw very well. So yeah, they're having good seasons. They're both putting the ball in the net. Before I came over to Nigeria, I think Martins had 12 goals, and Addy had at least 10. And quick shout out for a couple of other Africans in MLS. Yeah. Kai Kamara, I understand he even came on Sports Tonight.
Yeah, he was on Sports this morning. And he made me, when I was making someone else about Femi Martins, say, well, but I'm leading him at the moment. I think we're brothers.
Yeah, he's having by far his best season in MLS. I think his previous high was 12 goals, and he's almost doubled that this season. And he's having a great season. Yeah, so Kai Kamara. Then we got Drogba. Drogba comes in at 37. I like to say he's making a sudden impact with the Montreal Impact. I certainly didn't expect him to perform the way he has, to just start scoring goals like that. But yeah, he's really played well.
Sonny, do you think the MLS could benefit from having more Nigerians play in the league?
Yeah, I do. I think. Like Obafemi Martins, when he does those flips after he scores his goals, I mean, there's a flair about that guy that attracts fans. You know, they love those goal-scoring celebrations. So I know they have player limits on the number of foreigners on each club, but yeah, they could definitely use some more Nigerians.
Well, it's really heartwarming, particularly the fact that the MLS is a ground where so-called tired legs, big stars going to Frank Lampard, Steven G.
Well, that's changing. Actually.
Yeah, that's changing.
Like people like Sebastian Giovinco, the former the Atomant, the Italian international. He plays very well for Toronto. He's doing very well as well. There's some really young, really talented.
But you know the Africans are also making a good mark.
And from from an American perspective, I think some of these foreign players, whether they're from Africa or Europe, they kind of like playing in the States because of the low-key atmosphere. I mean, I'm not saying soccer's nowhere near on the level in terms of media coverage as it is in Africa or even in Europe. And so some of these guys like to be able to walk down the street and not be hounded by the press. And so, yeah, in some ways they find that it's kind of nice to maintain their privacy a little more.
That's interesting.
Okay, Sonny Young, Tunde Koiki, right here at Channels TV Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria, and all we love doing is talking sports. So we'll go on a break now. Tunde Koiki will take a break. Femi Adefeso, we will not let Sonny Young go anywhere. Sonny Young will stay right here with us from the start of the show till the end. Let's go on this break.